The land known as Gaul in antiquity was a vast and diverse territory, stretching roughly across modern-day France, Belgium, Luxembourg, and parts of Switzerland, Italy, the Netherlands, and Germany. Long before Julius Caesar embarked on his famous campaign, Gaul was home to numerous tribes with complex social structures, rich cultural traditions, and a dynamic geopolitical landscape. Understanding the background of Gaul, the peoples who inhabited it, their customs, and the political tensions that define the region is essential to grasp the full context of Caesar's Gallic War. Gaul was predominantly inhabited by Celtic tribes, often referred to collectively as the Gauls. Though this term oversimplifies the diversity and complexity of the region, the Celts shared linguistic and cultural traits but were politically fragmented into many independent tribes, each with its own leaders, customs, and interests. This tribal division played a crucial role in how the war unfolded, as internal rivalries and alliances shaped the course of conflict and provided opportunities for Roman intervention. Among the most powerful and influential tribes were the Sequani, Arverni, Helvetii, and Belgi. The Dui, located in central Gaul, had a long-standing alliance with Rome, positioning themselves as loyal brothers and allies of the Roman Republic. This relationship was not just diplomatic. It involved mutual military support, trade agreements, and cultural exchange. The Dui had adopted some Roman customs, and their aristocracy often sought Roman favor, which both elevated their status and made them vulnerable to accusations of betrayal among other Gallic tribes. East of the Dui were the Sequani, who controlled the Upper Rhine region. The Sequani were rivals of the Dui, and their competition was fierce, often revolving around control of vital trade routes and territorial dominance. To bolster their position, the Sequani allied with Germanic tribes across the Rhine, particularly the Suebi under their leader Ariovistus. This alliance would prove pivotal, as it brought Germanic forces deeper into Gaul and alarmed both Gallic tribes and Roman authorities. The Arverni tribe, centered in the Auvergne region, was renowned for its military strength and political ambitions. Their chieftains sought to unite Gaul under their leadership, resisting Roman influence fiercely. The most famous of these leaders was Vercingetorix, whose revolt against Caesar would mark the climax of Gallic resistance. The Arverni's role was critical, representing the core of Gallic opposition and symbolizing the struggle to maintain independence against the expanding power of Rome. Further west, the Helvetii, a confederation of tribes from the area of modern Switzerland, were known for their migratory tendencies. Pressured by population growth and threats from Germanic tribes, the Helvetii planned a large-scale migration into more fertile lands in western Gaul around 58 BC. This movement unsettled neighboring tribes and Rome alike, as it threatened the delicate balance of power and control over territory. Caesar's military response to this migration was the opening act of the Gallic War and a demonstration of Rome's resolve to protect its interests in the region. Beyond these major tribes, many others shaped the Gallic political mosaic. The Nervii were fierce warriors known for their independence and resistance to external domination. The Belgi, inhabiting northern Gaul, had close cultural ties to Germanic peoples and were often more inclined to oppose Rome than to cooperate with it. The Eburones, led by the charismatic chieftain Ambiorix, famously launched a surprise attack on Roman forces, revealing the persistent volatility of tribal alliances and the challenges Rome faced in pacifying Gaul. The internal divisions among these tribes created a complex geopolitical environment. While some tribes allied with Rome to gain advantage over rivals, others united temporarily to resist Roman encroachment. However, a lasting pan-Gallic unity was elusive. Tribal leaders were often more concerned with local power struggles than a collective defense, which Caesar skillfully exploited in his campaign. Gaul's geopolitical significance extended beyond internal rivalries. It was a borderland between the Roman world and the Germanic tribes beyond the Rhine River. The Rhine served as a frontier, separating the more Romanized lands from the fiercely independent and less-known Germanic territories. Germanic incursions into Gaul, especially those allied with local tribes like the Sequani, heightened tensions and justified Roman intervention. The fear of a Germanic invasion galvanized Roman leaders, who saw Gaul as both a threat and an opportunity. Economically, control over Gaul meant access to rich agricultural lands, valuable mineral resources such as gold and tin, and crucial trade routes. Rivers like the Seine, Loire, and Rhine were vital commercial arteries, enabling the movement of goods between the Mediterranean and northern Europe. Tribes controlling these waterways held significant economic power, which translated into political influence. The social fabric of Gallic tribes was organized around kinship groups and clans, with a warrior aristocracy at the top. Druids held a special place in Gallic society as religious leaders, legal authorities, and educators. They maintained oral traditions, presided over ceremonies, and wielded considerable influence over both the elite and common people. Their role extended into diplomacy and law, making them important actors in the political landscape. Gallic culture was rich and vibrant, marked by skilled craftsmanship in metalwork, pottery, and textiles. Artifacts reveal a deep appreciation for intricate designs, often incorporating animal motifs and abstract patterns. This artistic tradition reflected spiritual beliefs and social status, highlighting the cultural sophistication of the tribes. The impact of Roman contact before the war was already evident in certain parts of Gaul. The city of Massalia, modern Marseille, founded by Greek settlers, acted as a cultural and economic bridge between the Mediterranean and inland Gaul. It facilitated the flow of Roman goods, ideas, and political influence into the region. Some Gallic elites adopted Roman dress, language elements, and customs, blending native traditions with Roman ways. Despite these influences, many Gallic tribes fiercely preserved their autonomy and cultural identity. The arrival of Roman legions was perceived by many as an existential threat to their way of life, fueling resistance and rebellion. The war itself became not only a military conflict but a struggle for cultural survival and political sovereignty. Caesar's strategic approach to the Gallic War involved exploiting these divisions and uncertainties. He portrayed himself as a defender of Roman allies like the Dui, using their requests for assistance as a pretext to intervene. His diplomatic skill lay in turning enemy tribes against one another, securing alliances where possible, and swiftly punishing resistance to prevent unification. In summary, the background of Gaul before Caesar's campaign was characterized by a fragmented but vibrant collection of tribes with distinct cultures, complex political rivalries, and significant economic interests. The region's geography as a crossroads of Europe and its proximity to Germanic territories made it a crucial frontier for Rome. The interplay of internal divisions, external threats, and cultural interactions set the stage for a conflict that would reshape Gaul and cement Caesar's place in history.